Welcome to day 2 of Resin Training Challenge with me. So it's Victory here again, and I'm going to talk about how we can make use of resin. Before we go into how we make use of resin, we should know that resin art is not just the use of resin. Resin art is made through the use of two components, resin and hardener. I'm going to tell you about the hardener. You've heard all about the resin, but you've not heard about the hardener. The hardener is a monomer or a chemical that allows a hardening process, and this hardening process ensures a durable hard finish for the resin, which is why when we make artwork, you find out that the artworks are glossy in nature and hardened. They don't easily break and they are very durable. Now we're going to go into the ratios. What is the ratio? The ratio are simply defined as the measurements that you use in resin crafting and production. So we have three ratios. We have the 1-to-1 ratio, the 2-to-1 ratio, and the 3-to-1 ratio. Now the 1-to-1 ratio, for example, we have 40 grams of resin and 40 grams of hardener. If you look at the two measurements, you see that they are the same. Now, the 2-to-1 ratio, it's the same, but a little bit different. It's not so hard. If you know maths, this will be easy for you. This is very easy. And we already had 40 grams of resin in our first example. So what are we going to do? We are going to multiply 40 times 2, which is going to give us 80. So we're going to be having 80 grams of resin and 40 grams of hardener. This is an example of a 2-to-1 ratio. Now, when we talk about the 3-to-1 ratio, the same thing. You just multiply 40 times 3 and you have 120 and then a 40 grams of resin. Now, how do you implement this when you're making resin? That is the best part. This is what you do. When you are going to measure, you have to make sure to use a weighing scale. These are the various materials that you can use in resin. Your measuring scale, your resin and hardener, of course, because without those two, you cannot do resin art. Apart from that, if you do not have the money to purchase a measuring scale, then you can buy a graduated silicone cup or a measuring cup. Also, you would need colorings, which are like pigments, mica, and all of that, which I'm going to talk about in our next video, where I'll talk about the do's and the don'ts of resin art. See you.